Hey guys, welcome back to another market review today. So, I'll be going over my trading day today. I personally took a half risk trade, which ended up being a loss, so I'll be covering that. Um, so, let me go to the pre market. So, today we had 10 a.m. news, so I'd be looking for opportunities at around 9 a.m. When we go to the chart, we can see that we still have this fair value gap left over on NQ, and we know that yesterday I was looking for lower prices yesterday because we have a previous week high SMT, and going into today we still have that previous week high SMT, so I'd still be looking for lower prices into this gap. Also, we have this no wick low still untapped, so I'm still seeing that as a bit of a draw. Oh, is this previous week? No. Oops. Okay, so I put the wrong image here, but if we go to the 6-hour chart, we can see that we still have this previous week high SMT intact. NQ closed above previous week high, while ES didn't take it out and YM didn't take it out. So we have a previous week high SMT paired with, at the start of the session, also a previous day high SMT. So also NQ closed above, but YMES didn't take it out. So overall, we have a previous week high and a previous day high SMT, which is our intermediate term time frame, and they're pointing to go lower. This makes sense also on the daily because we're at a premium and we have this fair value gap that's been untapped, so we can look for that retracement lower before looking for continued higher prices. So that was basically the plan for today, was looking for lower time frame bearish SMTs. I would be looking for a previous 90-minute high SMT at the open, because on the 50-minute chart we can see that all assets closed above previous session high, so there was no trade model for the 15-minute. So yeah, bias for today bearish. Invalidation of my bias would be invalidation of the previous day high SMT. When am I looking for a trade? It's 9 a.m. And where am I looking for a trade in price? I'm looking for a previous 90-minute high SMT. So yeah, action plan is low time frame bearish SMTs. I know it's a bit crazy to be kind of like thinking of shorting at all-time highs, but I'll show you guys. Actually, I'll just show it now. Basically, this is my equity curve on my actual my performance this year. So as you can see, it's been nice. Right now I'm going through a drawdown period, but I also track alongside this my mechanical strategy. And if you go to my mechanical strategy, you can see that it's a bit more like a bit sharper. The losses are a bit more sharper than this is a bit more flat, but overall you can see that my mechanical one is outperforming my current strategy. And why is that? I've recently been hesitating getting into trades due to market conditions and whatnot, but if I was just to follow my mechanical, it's not mechanical, but if I was just to follow my strategy how it says for me to follow it completely, like no discretion involved, I actually would have outperformed my results. So this shows me that I have to stop kind of like putting too much discretion into staying out of trades. Mainly that's where I've noticed the difference is sometimes I think the market conditions aren't looking very good, and I decide to just call it a day, and then there was a valid setup, and it was a winning trade, but I had already called it a day. So I can see here that data is showing me that it's best for me to just follow my system and just let it do its thing. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So today we had a previous 90-minute high SMT up here. If you can see, I'm gonna just take this out, but we had this. So this is the previous 90-minute high SMT I was paying attention to. We can see that. What was this? Huh? Okay, sorry, my bad. My bad. Anyway, we can see that at the time of this entry, NQ took out this red line, and ES didn't take it out, and YM at the time didn't take it out. So this was a previous 90-minute high SMT. And then we got that change in state of delivery right here on this candle, close below that candle. And I entered a half risk trade. Now, why was a half risk trade? Because, I mean, we've just been so bullish, like crazy bullish. And this is like 11 risk to reward to previous day low. The market has been pretty bullish, so the bit of discretion I put in here was I used half risk instead of normal risk. So yeah, that was the trade, and I entered, and it went, just didn't do much, and then just went to stop loss. So I guess that was it for the day. So yeah, I hope this was moderately insightful. Something I'm going to be doing moving forward is when I execute on FDMO, I actually got stopped out at this wick right here. It created like equal highs, and then it started shifting away, and I was already out of the trade, so I was already kind of like stressing a little bit, but then it went higher. But to avoid this happening again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be placing my stops on FDMO just like a little bit higher, like something like that, just to account for any spreads taking me out of the trade when I shouldn't. So yeah, so that was it, and hope this was insightful. I am now currently, I think, 3.13 R in drawdown on my funded account, which is annoying because I've missed some winning trades when I shouldn't have, and I've taken some losses, but I mean 3.13 R is still doable, just like what, 2 winning trades, and I can already take a small payout. So these things can quickly change. Now I just need to stick to my plan, stick to my model, and then just trust the process, I guess. So hope this was insightful. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.